My actual only like real hate of the set was actually the beginning. After Euphoria, amazing start. Love that.
Mhm.
But this is going to sound crazy. DNA, Element, all right, swimming pools. I kind of didn't need that from Kendrick. Kind of to your point of like, get to the shits.
Mhm.
I was there for the Black Hippie reunion. I want to see Collard Greens happen with him and Schoolboy. J-Rock, Money Trees. Before that, I don't need your fucking biggest hits. I did not need swimming pools last night.
Mm.
I think it actually would have been cooler as the Pulitzer Prize winner to do like some ill B-side shit in between these diss records. Like, did we really need DNA Element?
Yes.
Yeah. Rory, most people wanted to see that.
And I argued this.
He's performed it so many fucking times that I just don't think it needed to happen.
He also has a bunch of new fans.
Thank you. He gained so much more attention from this beef. He needs to play hits.
So we're talking about
fans.
Somebody that had one of the highest grossing tours ever last year.
Yeah, they can still gain
is now
fans.
sitting with his management going like, we should really give him swimming pools for these new fans.
You don't plateau
no,
just because
he should have done fucking Sing About Me in between to show that he's the greatest fucking rapper of this modern era.
No,
and then go into your diss records that Sing About Me is an awful record?
For this set,
He
yes.
said awful idea, not awful record.
It's a great record, but for this set list, yes.
How?
You're saying, okay, so your argument is he's an arena artist. He doesn't need to gain more. You can always gain more fans. You can always become a bigger artist.
Of course. But I'm saying he's not someone that's really in need of searching for new fans that he needs to do fucking swimming pools.
It's not a need. It's just smart. It's just how to continue to become a bigger artist, a more impressionable person in music.
And I'm sure the LA people that were there that bought tickets and actually went to the show were very happy to hear swimming pools. I'm sure they had a ball.
I had a ball.
I don't think he was doing it for Amazon Prime. I think he was doing it for the people that were there.
I think LA probably looks at swimming pools as Kendrick's worst single.
Also, who is LA? Because we were joking on the crowd in the Discord chat. It was just 90% white people in there.
It's California.
Yeah. California's like 90% white people.
Well, most of this country's white, which I argued last night as well.
That's when I knew the Discord was going left, when we started arguing about the census report.
On Juneteenth.
Well, they were saying rap is it's for black people. It's not. Rap is popular music. Popular music is for the populace. The populace is 58% of this country is white people. White people love rap. That's the hard. It's not even harsh reality. It's the reality.
Okay. White people have swimming pools.
Mm-hmm.
That is
plenty. And they use them.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm going to be painted as the hater for me just being mad and nitpicking swimming pools. I just really feel Kendrick is one of those artists that doesn't need to do that type of shit. He does whatever the fuck he wants to do. That's why I love Kendrick Lamar. That's why I thought it was weird that he did some of the bigger hits. I thought he could have taken that time. He just went on tour. I think he could have taken this time in this moment to do some B-side shit that proved how good of a fucking rapper he is.
Y'all keep saying he just went on tour. That's what was like, what, 3 years ago?
2 years ago, but he was on tour for over a year. Like, you also have to include like Europe and
yeah.
He just got home relatively recently.
I think I understand what Rory's saying. I think you wanted to hear some of the deeper cuts on the albums that, that you probably don't see him perform a lot.
Because I understand. This was a victory lap. Let's call it what it is. This was a victory lap, nail in the coffin. I won this beef. We think he's putting an album out, but it's not like one came out last night and this was a rollout for that.
Mm-hmm.
This was a moment for a victory lap. I just don't think he needed to do the regular shit that he's already done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really make it a moment.
Right.
Do Not Like Us 15 times. I thought that was a genius move. But if we're going to make this a moment for real, yeah, give me some shit from Section 80. Like, really make this a Kendrick moment that's for the fans.
Yeah.
Not just a tour set that you did already.
I think it was
because I watched with Mr. Morale. Like,
yeah,
he did deep cuts in that entire thing. I don't know. I get it. It was a party, so play swimming pools. But
I just think the bigger thing is like, what now? I think that last night we probably got the first look at what is probably going to be a continuous thing for Kendrick. Maybe it's a Lang Festival, PG Fest or something like that. Because it felt like a festival last night. It felt like a opportunity for a lot of LA artists to get seen on the stage by an amount of people that they probably never performed in front of. It felt like a summer jam type of thing for LA.
Yeah, for sure.
So it'll be interesting to see what Kendrick does as far as business-wise with this type of show moving forward. Like, I don't think this. If I was, part of his business team, this wouldn't be the last time we do something like this.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's something that I think they can continue to do. Maybe every summer, every Juneteenth, maybe something like that. Overall, the end of the show, having everybody on stage at that time, a lot of people that have a lot of history personally with different areas of California, different gangs and things like that. To see a lot of these artists on stage together last night, Juneteenth, beef aside, obviously, that was a dope moment for California. And I do hope it translates over. I hope it's not just a last night thing. I hope it translates further. And you see more camaraderie like that. You see more people that historically probably wouldn't fuck with each other because of, just history. But to see them all on one stage last night, having fun, dancing together and things like that, I think that's a dope idea. Great energy. And I hope that it's not just a one and done thing. I think that Kendrick and his team should definitely look into doing something like this every year for California.
You know what I learned from watching this? There's no more powerful unifier than mutual shared hatred. Because to your point, Mal, these are gangs from all over California.
This was not hate for
Drake
that they're all on the stage like we're gonna end gang violence because we hate Drake. That's not what.
My point is, this moment wouldn't happen had the whole beef not happened. This show wouldn't have been a thing.
No, it wouldn't have, but it could have been. It wouldn't have been, but it could have been. Yeah, but that's my point.
We need the catalyst. The catalyst being this all, like, I'm fine. We won't pin it all cumulatively on Drake, but that's a big part of this whole thing. So if the beef didn't happen, this moment would have never happened.
I guess that's kind of unfair to say because I don't know what Kendrick or all of the leaders that were on that stage do behind the scenes that we don't know about. Like, yes, this happened because Not Like Us existed and the rap beef happened. I don't think Kendrick does this show unless the Drake beef happens. So yes, I agree with you there, but I can't put it past everyone on that stage that they haven't been working on this idea for years. Kendrick's preached about this since the beginning of his career about unifying shit. Like, this is pretty much what Nipsey was doing in the public before his passing, of trying to unify gangs in LA. So I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about it. I just wouldn't put it past these gentlemen that this was not a conversation that's been going on forever. I think they didn't just decide, yo, fuck Drake, let's get on stage and do this.
I think it's two things could be true. I think that I don't think that we get this show without the Drake beef because we never got the show before the Drake beef, right? So but using what it started as to then unify a city and a state, I think that it's a great move. It's like, we know what it's rooted in. We know what this the energy is. It's obviously derived from a battle with one of the biggest artists in the world. And Kendrick somehow turned it into the entire California versus that artist.
Yeah.
But you can't be mad at that. Like, it's like, okay, cool. If that's what it is. But the bottom line is he used that moment and that energy that derived from something that could have been negative or could have been something that turned into something that is obviously you don't want to see. He used that to unite a city and to unite people that probably wouldn't have been on the same stage with each other because they never were on the same stage with each other. So I think that it's a genius move. I think that it's a great move. I think Kendrick wanted this moment. Like you said, they probably spoke about doing something like this behind the scenes and just used these last 2 months and things that occurred and records that were created. He used all of that energy and turned it into something that he probably has been trying to figure out how to do for some years now. So, beef, like I said, beef aside between him and Drake, what Kendrick did last night was dope for California.
And from what we understand, no incidents happened backstage at all. Like, that's incredible. Fuck the stage. Backstage, nothing happened.
Yeah.
That's incredible with this scenario.